Good evening and welcome to CUTV News Center for the week of February 4th, 2016. I'm Zach Prosba.
And I'm Ryan Kaufman.
The Cal U Athletic Department concluded their search for a new football coach last week by hiring former Duquesne offensive coordinator Gary Dunn to lead the team. During his introductory press conference, CUTV was there to get an insight into how the new coach will get the Vulcans back to success in the PSAC.
Gary's a graduate of Seton LaSalle High School and began his career playing with the Vulcans in 1991. He was a four-year starter and an all-conference player at center. Having received both a bachelor's degree and master's degree from Cal U, Gary moved into the role of student assistant coach in 1994-95 and then to graduate assistant from 1995 to 1997. He left Cal U having completed both a bachelor's in political science degree and a master's in geography and regional planning.
Our committee conducted a wide-ranging search, and I believe they found a coach who will lead our football program to a bright future. As you heard, Coach Dunn is a former student and a former graduate assistant with the Cal U football program, so he knows our university well. But what impressed me most is his overall coaching philosophy and his total commitment to student athletics.
To all alumni, this program is going to be open to you guys at all times. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to get guys back involved. We're going to get guys involved in the programs, coming to our games, coming to our practices, to mentor our student athletes, to make them better players, to make them better people, and hopefully brighter futures when they get out into the workforce. To the players in the room, excited to have you guys here. Excited to get to work with you guys. We've got a lot of work to do in a short time to do it. I told the guys when I met them during the interview process, I know exactly what they're going through. After my sophomore year here on campus, we had a coaching change. Coach Petrucci had retired, and they were bringing in a new coach, and I was actually one of the student athletes on the committee that got to interview the head coach. So I know what they're going through. I know it's an anxious time for them, but we're going to do it the right way. I'm going to ask you guys to do some things maybe you haven't done in the past, but we're going to do it the right way, and the thing that I'll tell you is you're not going to find a guy that's going to get outworked. I'm going to outwork everybody in the league.
If you recall, last November, the university began the search for a new permanent president. Since then, a new member has been added to replace Edinburgh's president on the search committee. Taking her place will be Dr. Cheryl Norton, Slippery Rock University's president. Also, just released yesterday, the university issued a statement saying the response to the search has been very strong.
As election season starts to heat up, the first in the nation Iowa caucus was held Tuesday night with some stunning results after seemingly safe predictions were being made leading into the event. As you can see here on the screen, we'll show you the results. Ted Cruz with a surprising victory over Donald Trump after Donald Trump was seemingly the favorite, and Marco Rubio actually even almost passed Trump on the Republican side. As far as the Democrats, it was so close, it came down to 6 coin flips at 6 different sites, all of which were won by Hillary Clinton. And there's actually going to be a recount in Iowa due to the fact that the Democratic side was so close. Apple today found out their fate in a potentially costly lawsuit. The popular tech company will now be forced to pay $626 million to VernetX for using their security tech in FaceTime and iMessage platforms on their devices. Apple will be appealing the decision, as VernetX has become known as a patent troll, making their money strictly off lawsuits of bigger corporations.
It's the beginning of February, which can mean only one thing of many: Stormfest 2016 at the Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh. The annual event is an educational outreach put on by the Cal U Meteorology and Earth Science Department for area school children. There will be more than 30 hands-on experiments hosted by nearly 100 university students and alumni, and even students from Ohio University will be joining us. For the adults, there will be a 21 and up night with an open bar. The event begins this Friday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. for the schools and reopens at 6 p.m. for the 21 and up night. Then the students do it all over again Saturday from 10 until 5. A photo has surfaced of the only known jaguar in the United States, and his name is El Jefe. He was first spotted in Arizona in 2011 when he was roughly 3 years old. But there is now an issue with his 50-mile habitat. A proposed copper mine could begin to be built inside of his range, rather. A spokesperson for the mine issued a statement saying, "We will continue to work with the federal agencies to establish appropriate conservation and mitigation issues for the jaguar."
It is that time of year again where people are starting to wish spring was closer. Thanks to Punxsutawney Phil, the famous groundhog, an early spring seems in the near future as he did not see his shadow. Of the previous 8 times that this has occurred, Phil ended up being right 5 times. So let's keep our fingers crossed for an end to the cold winter.
To find out the latest news on campus and elsewhere, make sure you pick up a copy of the Cal Times when it is released every Friday around campus. To preview what is in this week's edition, we talked to Jose Negron, editor-in-chief of the Cal Times.
Hey Cal U, this is Jose Negron from the Cal Times. We have a lot in store for you in this week's edition. In news, Gary Dunn has been hired as the new Cal U football coach. In opinion, we cover the 2016 Iowa caucus. And in sports, Khalil Jabi is featured as our Athlete of the Week. Be sure to pick up a copy of the Cal Times around campus and check us out at caltimes.org.
And Ryan, before we get into our weather forecast, we actually have a little bit of weather talk ourselves about how crazy this weather has been. We've went from 65 yesterday, and now it's back down to 40 here on taping day, which is Thursday, February the 4th.
It's been making me absolutely mad because, I mean, in between takes here, I keep having to take a drink because my throat is just so dry. The weather is messing with me, and it's getting so annoying. I just can't stand it.
Well, you're a former meteorology major, so maybe it's just meteorology majors kind of getting back at you for leaving them.
I hope not.
Hopefully this trend kind of goes away like we saw the Groundhog Day. Did not see a shadow, so maybe an early spring coming, keep more warm weather.
Like you said, fingers crossed. I can only hope.
Yeah, so we'll see what the weather entails as we coming up after the break. Damon Matson has your weather forecast. Stay tuned.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
How's it going, Cal U? I'm student meteorologist Damon Matson up here at the Cal U Weather Center with your forecast for this week. Now, I know we've all been enjoying the warm weather that we've seen to start off the month of February, and Punxsy Phil did forecast that we're going to see spring pretty early this year. Unfortunately, that's not the case this weekend. Temperatures are finally going to fall back down to a little bit closer to normal. Right now, we're 38 in Pittsburgh, and behind us here in the Midwest, you can see upper and lower 20s. That's kind of the trend we're going to see moving on into the weekend. And I'll turn on the radar right here and show you guys what's been going on. There hasn't really been much as that system finally made its way off of the East Coast here last night. And also yesterday we saw the rain showers finally move their way out. There is that system with a little bit of rain going on right around the eastern coast, around North Carolina, South Carolina. And I'll illustrate for you guys here really quickly what we saw with this cold front as it finally moved its way through our area. And you can see right here, there is what we saw. That cold front made its way out of our area. Temperatures dipped down finally last night, and things are going to start to dry out for us as we move into our weekend. And I'll zoom in just really quickly here again. Those clouds making their way off the coast. We're seeing a little bit of sunshine out there today. A little bit of clouds around so far, but that might clear out later. A couple of snow showers, but for the most part, we really don't have much to worry about as we go into our weekend. So a little bit of a historic event happened just about 5 years ago now in our area, especially here at Cal U, what they call Snowmageddon, where we had about 18 to 24 inches in Cal U and the Pittsburgh area, really shut things down, as well as over near Washington, D.C. and Philadelphia. Kind of something to think about, especially since we just had the snowstorm here a couple of weeks ago. But thankfully, we're not going to see anything that historic anytime soon. We're going to dry out, like I said, and keep it that way. So moving through the rest of the day today, again, that system is going to make its way off the coast. Temperatures are going to dip down as we go through the day. We might see it peak out about 40 degrees. A couple of snow showers might be around in the area, but otherwise, we're going to stay pretty calm today. Pretty much the same for tomorrow as well. That system finally is off the coast and out to the sea. And again, colder air, dry conditions for the most part, nothing much to worry about. Then through your weekend, here's what the pattern's going to look like. We'll have the dry air, and again, that cold air is going to come down as you see the trough dipping its way down into the east coast. But that's going to change Sunday night into Monday. The next system is going to make its way into the area from Canada. It's going to bring the cold air, and we could see some rain and snow showers mixed, but also snow showers at night with a little bit of accumulation. And for any of you people that like football out there, the forecast for your Super Bowl out there in California, it's going to be nice for them at least. 70 degrees and sunny for the Super Bowl. And your forecast then for the rest of the weekend into next week, again, we'll keep the dry conditions around for the most part. Temperature is going to level out about the mid-40s. And then by next week, there it is. We'll see that system make its way, rain and snow, into snow showers and move our way Tuesday into Wednesday. So like you guys said, we were enjoying the warmer weather, especially last night. I know I had a bonfire with my friends, but I've got to mention that 6 years ago, today pretty much, was when we had that Snowmageddon make its way through with all that snow that came to our area.
Yeah, and of course back then I was back in Georgia still. I was a sophomore in high school when it happened. And I saw everything about it though. My cousins lost power. They had to kind of relocate and go with the rest of my family just to try and stay safe and stay warm. And of course, Cal U closed for an entire week at that point. And actually, my junior year of high school, we had closed school for an entire week as well because all the ice problems that we had. So kind of interesting scenarios with all this bad weather.
It's so weird because as a former meteorology major, I feel like I should remember this. And I'm from the Dayton area, Dayton, Ohio area. I genuinely don't remember this storm ever happening. It's so weird.
Yeah, I know that my sisters live in the Pittsburgh area, and they had a lot of issues. My sister's back porch or back roof even fell down, so it was quite the storm 6 years ago, definitely.
Yeah, one of those that hopefully we don't see for another very long time. We had a Snowzilla, as they called it this year, but it compared nothing to what Snowmageddon was.
That's good enough for me, and we can keep it that way.
All right. And when we come back after the break, Cheyenne White takes us on a trip around the entertainment world. Stay tuned.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No?
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the Cal U student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Cheyenne White with your entertainment report. Each week of the year, videos go viral and crazy new inventions are put on the market. Our own Mike Mays shows us what he found while digging on the internet this week.
Hi, my name is Mike Mays. My friends consider me an expert on finding weird and bizarre stories online. I have gathered some clips for you today, so check out what I found.
A student at Emerson College is in a lot of trouble after renting his dorm room out on Airbnb. Jax Worth said he listed his dorm room because he needed help with the cost of college. A tattoo shop in Vermont offers free Bernie Sanders tattoos to supporters in the upcoming election. The shop owner says they get lots of calls each day and has already done 30 tattoos. Large man. Two friends sneak into a movie theater disguised as one large man. After a couple of failed attempts at theaters, the duo got the trick down. A Pittsburgh man takes advantage of the recent snowfall by taking a trip on his dog sled downtown through Pittsburgh. Matt Phillip, who takes his dogs out every year, says it's an easier way to travel, especially when the roads aren't paved.
For this week on What Mike Found, come back in 2 weeks for more bizarre news on CUTV News Center.
Next Wednesday, February the 10th, SAB is making your winter dreams come true. CalU students can purchase a $5 ticket to go ice skating at PPG in Pittsburgh. Transportation will be provided and the bus will leave at 5:30. Tickets are on sale at the information desk now until February 10th, while tickets last. Every Thursday night, CalU's Underground Cafe holds various performances. This week, the Underground will be hosting a Mardi Gras-themed open mic night. CalU students are free to perform or just listen while enjoying Mardi Gras photo contest, build your own masks, and of course, King's Cake. Next week, February the 18th, the Underground will be hosting feature artist Mitch Clark, as always, in the Performance Center from 9 p.m. till midnight. B is for Broke, as the beloved children's television show, Sesame Street, makes its move to HBO after Sesame Workshop CEO Jeff Dunn says that the show has been operating at a loss in recent years while showing on PBS. The show announced in August that episodes from the latest season would be showing first on HBO and will not be shown for free on public television until 9 months after the HBO air date. Due to the revenue from the HBO subscription costs, the show will now get a more upscale set, including a recycling bin for Oscar the Grouch. Childhood Disney star and singer Vanessa Hudgens has received a flood of support as the young star's father passed away one day before her Grease Live performance. Among the copious amount of fan support, Hudgens had the support of fellow celebrities like Deborah Messing, who tweeted, "My heart goes out to you and your family." Ashley Tisdale saying she was devastated and praying for Hudgens to remain strong, and countless other sympathetic celebrities. Despite the loss, Vanessa Hudgens performed wonderfully in her father's memory. America's own Donald Trump has proven to be a big fan of the British sweetheart Adele, but she has made it quite clear that she is not a fan of his. After finding out Trump had been using her songs Rolling in the Deep and Skyfall, Adele demanded that he stop. However, she's not the only singer who has had to tell Trump to knock it off. Both Neil Young, and Steven Tyler have had similar run-ins. With the Super Bowl being only a few days away, there's been talk of the teams, the halftime show, and of course, the commercials. A 30-second commercial at Super Bowl 50 is priced at $5 million, as opposed to the $3,500 price tag at Super Bowl 1. Legacy associations like Budweiser, Snickers, and Doritos will, of course, have their fair share of airtime on Sunday. However, big-name companies like Nationwide and GoDaddy will not be returning to the game this year. Companies have been pulling out all of the stops this year with big-name endorsers, including Liam Neeson, Amy Schumer, and Drake. Regardless of the team rivalry, there are sure to be some fights over favorite commercials for Super Bowl 50. And to round out the entertainment report this week, we have Goosebumps in the Vulcan Theater. After moving to a big city from a small town, Zach Cooper meets a beautiful girl next door, Hannah. But Zach is in for quite a surprise when he finds out that Hannah's dad is in fact R.L. Stine, author of the best-selling Goosebumps series. It doesn't end there. It turns out that the monsters in his books are real, and Stine has been protecting his readers by keeping them locked up in their books. When Zach unintentionally unleashes the monsters from their manuscripts, it's up to Stine, Hannah, Zach, and Zach's friend Champ to get them back in the book where they belong. You can catch a look at Goosebumps at 5, 8, and 11 p.m. daily. All right, guys, so with Super Bowl commercials and the Super Bowl being this week, do you guys have any old favorites or just companies that take your heart away?
My favorite would probably be, and they don't do them anymore, the Budweiser Clydesdales commercials.
They said that they'd actually be bringing them
Wait,
back
really?
this year. Yeah,
I'm
they aren't
pretty
doing
sure.
they aren't doing the puppies this year, but they'll have Clydesdales.
Oh, I thought they completely got rid of that from their advertising.
Well, you're happy now.
There we go.
Yeah, now you get one.
Yeah. For me, I always enjoy the Clydesdales, like you said. Doritos ones are always the ones that make me laugh the hardest. But I'm going to go iconic and very retro. The most iconic Super Bowl commercial of all time, besides Mean Joe Green, because I'm a Steelers fan, of course, being unbiased there. 1984 by Apple, where the lady throws the hammer at the giant screen with the man talking. That's the only time that commercial ever played. But look at what Apple has done today. Although, of course, we mentioned earlier Apple's lawsuit with its standing. That company was launched because of that iconic commercial in that Super Bowl.
I just remembered the commercial you were talking about. I said earlier I did not know what you were talking about, but I just got it.
Yeah, and your comments on Nationwide not being in there, it has to be after their commercial last year. In case you don't remember, they had a very depressing commercial in which actually a child passed away at the end of the commercial, and you have to imagine that's why they're not there anymore.
Oh yeah. And I think GoDaddy just lost a lot of its like good reviews because they lost Danica and they didn't have a big name endorser like a lot of the ones have this year, like the Liam Neeson and everything. So.
All right, well, thank you. When we return, Danny Beck has your sports report. Stay tuned.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Save preset 1 for Cal U's best music. More music in the car, more music in the door, more music everywhere. This is 91.9 WCAL, Power 92. The home of the Vulcan Nation, playing Cal U's best music. 91.9 WCAL. WCAL, Power 92.
Welcome back to CUTV News Center. I'm Danny Beck, filling in for Anthony D'Agostino with your sports report. The California University women's basketball team took on yet another PSAC West opponent yesterday as the Lady Cats look to end the Vulcans' 3-game win streak. Now to the Convocation Center with the highlights. And as you can see here, Coach Strom making some of last-minute decisions for the Vulcans, and Parsons in with the hard lane, and she puts the shot up, starting the offensive play for the Vulcans. On the very next possession, Emily Suckling getting started as well with a 3 of her own. And with 9:48 left in the second quarter, Mickey Glenn with a great move, causing the foul and giving her a shot at the line. Getting closer to halftime now, Glenn finds Sporia, who puts up a long field goal of her own against her former team to extend Cal's lead to 4. And now opening the third quarter, Barrett with a great move under the hoop gets a spinning finish to fall. After Precious Martin misses a contested 3, Shatara Parsons is there to get the emphatic finish. And Glenn gets the ball here to an open Paige Wright, who buries the shot no problem to extend the lead to 7. And Mickey Glenn proved herself yet again, driving to the basket and pushing the lead out of reach. Late in the fourth quarter here, Paige Wright continues to impress with another 3, and then back-to-back highlights Emily Suckling also with a 3 of her own to basically solidify their victory. And like I said, they're solidifying their victory. California with the win, 84-66, puts them in first place in the PSAC West, with Glenn approaching a quadruple-double, 19 points, 11 assists. And also Barrett, 19 points and 4 rebounds after she struggled early with foul trouble. And like I said, PSAC West is now controlled by California, being 13-4 in their division, 15-5 on the year. This is looking good for California because the first 2 spots get a bye in the first round of the playoffs. And in the men's game, we have Richard Smith is without in this contest for the second game, and Tony Richardson assumes role of center for the Vulcans. As you just saw there, Luka Andjusic starting off the scoring for the Vulcans early. And later in the first half, Dale Clancy passes the ball over to Nate Snodgrass, who buries a shot to extend UPJ's lead to 8. Tony Richardson there in this contest enters in a huge way, drawing the foul there and getting his shot to fall. Also, Nate Belhigh helping the offensive production with a 3-ball there. Another 3-ball by Belhigh shrinks UPJ's lead to 3. And Vescovi for UPJ answered right back, however, increasing their lead yet again. In the second half of play, Vescovi falls in the lane, leaving an open Dombrowski for the easy lay-in, making the deficit 10. And also Daniel Sapp joining in the production with a great lay-in there. Belhigh continued to impress in there, scoring late in the second half as the lead looked to be out of reach, and it was for UPJ, winning 71-65. Coming up short, although Belhigh did have a season-high 17 points. Also Miller joining him in double digits with 11 points, and Jusic with 9. And also California 4-3 in their division, and that kind of puts them out of playoff contention. 7-16 on the season. IUP and Mercyhurst look to take the 2 spots in there going into the playoffs, and looking out of reach for California at this point. The California swim team is hosting a scuba event at Hamer Hall. If you ever want to learn how to scuba, now is your chance. There will be 4 2-hour sessions on Saturday, February 6th from 5 to 7 p.m. or 7 to 9. Your last chance is Tuesday, February 9th from 7 to 9 or 9 to 11, sorry. The cost is $30 per student, and the normal cost is $40, so definitely take advantage of this opportunity. And the benefits go to the Cal U swim team. Although Groundhog Day was a few days ago, baseball and softball season is right around the corner as the 2016 season starts in 2 weeks. Around this time of the year, right before the season starts, the PSAC creates a preseason poll for the upcoming season. The baseball team was tabbed 4th in the poll, and Mercyhurst was named the favorite for this season. Last season, the Vulcans posted a record of 25-22. Returning for the Vulcans is all-star Mick Fennell. Last season, he pitched a 7.86 ERA, and his batting average was .420. He also hit 7 home runs. The California softball team had a tremendous season last year. They went back-to-back PSAC champions, as well as winning the regional title. They also made it to the semifinals in the NCAA tournament. They are the preseason favorites in the PSAC West. Seton Hill is also ranked 2nd. The PSAC also switched back to their 3-division alignment this year with the Western, Central, and Eastern Division. Bloomsburg took first place in the Central Division, and Westchester took first place in the East. The Cal U softball team returned star player Lindsey Reichoff last season had a batting average of .390, hit 56 RBIs as well as 19 home runs. Every year, the video game Madden comes up with a simulation or prediction in the upcoming Super Bowl. This year, the Super Bowl teams are the Carolina Panthers facing off against the Denver Broncos. Madden predicted that Carolina Panthers will win it on the last play of the game with a final score of 24-20. For this week's Vulcan Hammer Award, Anthony selected women's track and field athlete Kalia Holmes. Holmes had a record-setting weekend for the California track and field team. Holmes broke the school record in the triple jump in her season debut. She finished 2nd overall in the triple jump with a distance of 11.46 meters that broke the school record from 2012. She also was named PSAC Field Athlete of the Week on Tuesday. There are 2 honorable mentions as well in this week that did not make the cut. The first is new head coach Gary Dunn for the Vulcan football team because of his record-breaking year at Duquesne. The second goes to women's basketball coach Jess Strom as she got her 100th career win for the Vulcans on Saturday, January 30th at Clarion. And guys, I just wanted to mention, I know yesterday was National Signing Day for these high school players coming into the college ranks, basically. And a lot of people around me, a lot of players around me, are signing to the D2 in the PSAC. Yeah. So some teams, I know Slippery Rock got a few ads, so kind of look out for them next season.
Yeah, Silver Rock definitely got a lot of key players, especially in the Whippeal that we would see on high school roundup a lot. Shakar Barry Ringgold, you may remember that name. He went to Slippery Rock, so they're going to be dangerous. If you're looking for Cal's recruiting class, you may have to wait a little bit because of the new head coach, Dunn. He may want to take a little bit of time to get the recruits that he wants.
The thing I was most happy about going to D1 now is, 1, Ohio State jumped Michigan to 4th. 2, Ohio State got Joey Bosa's brother.
Yeah.
And 3, Bama's number 1. I guess that's not a good thing, but that's just, it's there.
It's huge. But, you know, what can you do at this point? I mean, Bama's always going to be good.
Yeah, I heard one guy say it's kind of like they're drafting players at this point. Bama's always up there. So,
definitely.
All right, thanks, Danny. That will do it for this week's edition of News Center.
Be sure to check out our YouTube channel at CUTV News Center.
Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend.